Hello, everyone. We're just here live today again. And it is myself and Pauline. We're back live on our African Auto Experience, and we're talking on our group page, which is on Facebook, social media platform, the African Caribbean authors here in Ireland and UK, where we explore experiences of authors across the continent of Africa. So, both myself and Pauline, we're going to be exploring conversation with authors on this platform. And we're inviting more people to join us. So, if you're an author, you've just written a book, or you have a book and you like us to talk about it, you like people to share the experience with you, we are your people. So contact us. So yeah, Pauline, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi. Hi, well, my name is Pauline Hanson Gilman, the author of The Tapestry of My Life, and I'm one of the moderators. And I am super excited to speak to authors with some and get to explore your books and connect with as many people as possible. So we're really excited about meeting you and talking about your experiences, your journeys, your stories, and what's inspired you to write your book.
Yes, exactly. What inspires them to write? Because uh, as writers, we write, and sometimes a lot of writers don't turn their book in writing into a book. But for those of you that have had the privilege to turn your writing into a book, just like Pauline today, we're going to be exploring Pauline book, which you can see behind her there, the temperies of our life, of my life. We've been doing this, we've started doing this since weeks now. So I think this is our second conversation on the temperies of my life. So it's a collection of poems and stories of the poems consist of your journey. Yeah, Pauline, this consists of your journey.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. My
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah, and we're going to share that experience with Pauline, the experience of writing the book, what inspires her, why did she end up putting it into a book, what has been her experience since she wrote the book, and the reason why we want everybody to go out there and get a copy of that book. Because that is the key thing here, is for you to go and get a copy of the book, get to read the book, get to experience alongside with Pauline what she has experienced that she's willing to share with us, which is a key thing. And sharing brings about motivation, brings about inspiration, gives you reason to be able to understand that life is just as sweet as you can ever imagine, and keep us going. So Pauline, we've been sharing this beautiful experience with you. Last week you read out to us one of your beautiful poem, which is part of the content of the book. The
Yes,
book comes in sections.
yes, that's in the first section that says the tapestry unfolds.
So
So,
let us explore a little bit about the first section of the book. But
okay.
before we go ahead to explore it, tell us again and tell everyone that is watching us, where do we get this book?
Well, you can DM me or direct message me on Facebook under Pauline Hanson Gilman, or my business page, which is Tapestry of My Life. Just DM me directly and I will get back to you, and you can have a personalized signed copy. You can also go on Instagram to find me on there, Adina_1962. And again, you can link into my bio and you will be transported to eBay, which is selling the book, and I can personally sign the copy and send it. If you live in Yorkshire, close to my vicinity, I can drop the book off. Okay, so there's various options. Even if you just want to get in contact with me, connect and ask me what inspired me to write the book, I am quite happy to have a chat and start that conversation with you.
Exactly. Happy to meet up. So tell us about the first section of the book. What is
Okay.
the key content there in that first
So,
section? When you talk about the poem there, what is the key content that you want people to take away?
the key points I want people to take away is that empowerment, and know that life is not always going to be a bed of roses every single day. But if you have people that are close to you that can light up your light when you walk in, and make you feel, hey, I'm not on my own, that is such an important ingredient. So these poems are in the first section of the Tapestry Unfold. It is a catalogue of my experiences throughout the years. There are some beautiful poems in there, sad, happy, joyous, funny, so that's why I always say, like, a poem a day, just pick one poem a day from anywhere, and let it uplift your mood, that you can fight on to the rest of that day, and tomorrow will be a better day. Isn't that a famous song saying?
You mentioned one key word there that we talked about most of the time, and the word empowerment. People talk about women empowerment, men empowerment, boys empowerment, girls empowerment. Empowerment is meant to enable us as a person to take initiatives. Initiative, just like what you've done by publishing the book. Make decisions. You made the decision to write down your story, your experiences, and that you want to share it with the world so that they can use it to solve their own problem. Because that is what empowerment is about. It's about taking initiative. It's about making those kind of decisions, so hardcore decisions that we need to make in our life. And it's about using those experiences to solve our problem. And hopefully that somebody, when they get a copy of your book, The 10 Praise of My Life, when they get it by Pauline Hanson-Gilman, when you get a copy of that book, you will be able to, take that initiative, make those decisions you're struggling with making. And hopefully that it solves some of those problems that you might have. Even we're hoping it solves all. The idea of empowerment is that it gives other skills, resources, opportunities. The idea of your behind that book and behind that chapter is that people take responsibility. They can promote their own growth and increase their own satisfaction. And like you said, it could be at home, it could be in your workplace. Take a chapter of the poem, get it to read. Give us again just an intro to either the first verse of that poem or the last verse of that poem. Which part of that content do you really enjoy? And if you can go back to that moment, just read through it, give us what you really want to bring out of that poem. And if you can go back to that moment when you wrote that exactly, I know it's far beyond, go back to it and see, if you can even experience the day that you pick up your pen and wrote it down, and how these all happen. Thank you.
Well, before I carry on, I'll say with the empowerment bit, it took a major trauma in my life to push, but then it took another major happy moment to get it out there as well. So I just want to make that clear. So
that's fantastic. You had a sad moment that made you to write it, which you're going to tell us a little bit. Just give us a little bit into that. And then you had an happy moment that made it.
So
that is the stage of the empowerment that we're talking about. It's about taking an initiative, making decisions, and resolving your problem as well.
So I'm just going to, obviously I read the poem Blessings, which is very, very special, but I'm not going to read that because I've read that already. But I'm going to take the first poem that's in the book of that section, Can I Take You for a Walk? And how that happened was I went on holiday to the Caribbean. And it was just so beautiful that I was inspired by the smell, the sounds, the sun, the beach, the ocean, and when you're with your lover or your husband or your partner or however you want to describe your other half, I put pen to paper and wrote this down. So I'm going to give you right, shall I give you about 3 lines of the first
that would be perfect. That would be perfect, and I'm going to, when you finish reading that, I'm going to a little bit, twist into that your journey to the Caribbean. That's a place I still want to go to.
Okay. So, right. So the first three lines of this chapter of the poem, "Can I take you for a walk? Can I take you for a walk?" I asked my lovely. He said yes. We did. We talked. So that's the first segment of that bit of that one. And then you want to hear the last bit of that poem,
Yeah.
right? And then, so the final end of it is it's gone into the spiritual realm now. So
Yeah.
it's my mind has been made up, Lord. I'll sing your praises too. Oh, sorry, I'm getting too ambitious, so I'm sorry about that. So I'm sorry. Let your inhibitions go. Throw cautions to the wind. Make love, sweet love. So that's the end of that section. But
Uh,
can I take you for a
so
walk?
that is so inspiring and that's so sweet. It's just sweet as you've just your voice was in reading that. Take me for a walk. So
Yes.
it could be anywhere, it could be in a park, it could be anywhere, but show me
Anyway.
you love me. And
Yes.
let's experience our love together. And you've given us just a little tip of what people should be expecting. And I'm curious. I'm just like, I need to have everything just to see. And I want to run with my imagination, even with just few lines that you've said there. So I'm hoping people will go out there and pick a copy of this book. They can get it on eBay, like we
Yes.
said. So if you go onto our page on Facebook page where you're going to be watching this, you're going to watch this on your Twitter. So anybody that is on Twitter that is watching, yes, that's the book there. You can see there, Pauline is putting it up there. That's the book. So if you're on Twitter and you're on YouTube, our YouTube channel, if you're watching now, you can send us a message. Our YouTube is open for message to receive message. You can send us message on our Twitter, on our Facebook page, our group, which is the link is just going to be there in the comment space when you're watching this. And you can contact us. You know the name now. It's Pauline Ansin Gilmer, which is the 10 Praise of Your Life. You can Google it. You'll find it on eBay. You can get a copy of it. And hopefully that little, that first phrase, which for me it's enough for me to say I'm going to get this as a gift for someone, especially somebody that might be in a position at this point in time whereby they're losing hope in love. Sometimes there's times you just lose hope in love and you figure out, oh, where do I find myself,
Yes.
for them to just pick up themselves. And so
That's
you tell us that was written around the time you went on a journey to the Caribbean.
yes, it was. It was.
So tell us about that journey a little bit.
Well, I was just blown away by. I went onto the beach where it
Mhm.
was, and it was so unspoilt. It was if I could imagine heaven, that
It's-
would be heaven to me.
yeah.
It was absolute. The sea was crystal blue. The
Wow.
the sand was golden. The
Wow.
sun baking down, and the palm trees and all those colors, the sound of the crashing waves soothing you, and you're walking along the beach with your
Wow. Wow.
partner,
Wow.
and you're full of love, and you just want to share that.
Smile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that is beautiful. And, I'm dreaming of traveling over there now to any of this. When you talk about heaven, it gives you a taste of heaven. You know,
Mm.
we really look before we close this afternoon. And guys, you're going to join us again next week. We're going to be here
Yes.
2:30. Join us 2:30, between 2:30 and 3. You should see us. We will come up. Don't worry. Just join us every Wednesday. I was just, imagine the beauty that is in this world that we live in. That if we can just preserve that beauty that
Mhm.
we have in this world that we live in, how important that would have been, which we're already destroying so many things about the beauty of this world we live in. So from
Absolutely.
myself and from you, both of us tonight, we're going to say a big thank you to everybody that is watching us out there. It's myself,
you.
Susanna Olatunji Kamalafe, and with Pauline.
And it's Pauline Hanson Gilman.
Good. And again, back to you enjoying our author experience tonight. We're looking forward to meeting you guys next week, to have more to talk about in terms of our author experience. And I hope you guys are going to have a beautiful experience with us. We're going to play you out with a nice music. We're going to play you out there with a nice music. I think I'm going to get you guys to enjoy a piece of music from us as we go out this afternoon. So just a moment there to put on a nice music for us to enjoy.